Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing really well. We are back with our weekly predictions and as usual we have 3 piles in front of you. Please make sure to pick one that really speaks to you, and of course if you're called to listen to more than one pile you can do that as well. I'll give you some time and then we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've picked pile 1, then this is what's coming up for you in the upcoming week. Now, as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out all of the cards first and then we'll get into your overall reading. Your cards look really good. Yeah, really good. Okay. From your moonology, numerology, and your mermaids, and you have one more, which is the self-care one, which a lot of you guys were missing, so I've included that as well. Alright, let's just get into your reading. First of all, I see this as emotionally a very balanced week. Like overall the vibe is great. You're feeling good about yourself, the emotions are there, you are happy and you're satisfied wherever you are in your life as well. Yeah. One thing however that is really there is you have the Queen of Cups, you have the meditate and contemplate card, along with that you have the ground and center. So this week is all about yourself. It is about self-care. It is about giving yourself what you need. Also, what is here, especially with your Ace of Wands being a part of your reading as well, there is something that you need to start. Okay, this can be in a form of a career move, this can be in the form of having a new hobby, or this can be something like an exercise routine. There is something that you need to begin, but that beginning needs to be a well thought out beginning. Okay, for a couple of people this could actually be your first step towards following your dreams as well. But if you're following your dream or you're willing to start something new, make sure it is very well thought of. It doesn't need to be something that is very careless, because this is a decision that you need to take after careful consideration. In fact, right now, especially since the Hierophant is showing up as well, you will do good when it comes to sticking to the norms, rules and regulations. Especially at this point of time, if you want to do something that is very experimental, very different than what you're usually doing, you are asked to postpone that. And if you still want to go in that direction, you're being asked to look into the pros and cons, okay? Because the meditation contemplation card is again very much there. It is going to be a very spiritually oriented week. So prayer, connecting with your angels, your spirit guides, connecting with a higher self is going to be very important. Again, there is a possibility this week you may go to a place of worship, you may connect with a spiritual community much more than before, but overall it is about doing what you're doing, and because you're already doing a good job at it. Now, if you guys are doing something different and if you feel like you're making a mistake or you've made a mistake, don't be afraid to course correct, because if you look at this card, it's about safety. Don't be too proud to go back to the shore. So if you feel like there is something that you're making a mistake towards, go back to the basics, go back to the time tested methods is also something that is suggested. But overall, this week I also see you being of assistance to somebody. This can be being of assistance to somebody at your residence, maybe just helping your parents out with something, or maybe helping a sibling, maybe helping out your friend or your spouse. But there is a vibe of being of service to somebody. Yeah, and honestly, give with an open heart, because whatever you give out you get back in multifolds, like I always believe. But either way, you're being called to assist somebody. Again, for you this week, self-care is very important. Being grounded, being centered in your own being is going to be exceptionally more important. So in fact, I would like you to encourage this week to take some time to yourself and do your rituals, like rituals that make you feel good, rituals that help you connect with yourself. Once again, connecting with divinity, visiting divine places will be really there for you. But again, if we talk about like the divinity aspect. Maybe there is also a possibility for you to travel relating to worship, travel because of probably you want to attend a yoga retreat, you want to attend some classes relating to spirituality. All of that is possible, but again the travel element is very much there, and again a holiday element is very much there. So there is a possibility this week, you know, if you want to get together with friends, you may get that opportunity, or travel long distance is also very much there. There is also good news coming for you. Maybe this good news can be about work, this can be about money, this can be relating to a friend or family member again. But overall there is this happiness, you know, there is this emotional peace, there is a sense of achievement here as well that I'm getting here. One thing that I really want to tell you here is there is also this opportunity that you may have, that you may need to take somebody's assistance, you know, probably this can be relating to your career, this can be relating to finances, or relating to your relationship. Okay, so if you feel like you need assistance in some areas of your life, do not hesitate to reach out to a professional. Okay, now this is a person who's very well learned in his or her own field and very much knowledgeable. Okay, that's something that's coming through. Again, health wise, this is a week of healing for you guys. Okay, and again, you know, if you feel like your health wise you need assistance, don't be afraid to reach out to a person, you know, because either way that healing really will come through this week. This is again emotional healing as its best, but this is also physical healing really coming through. If we have to talk about your relationships here, your relationships are really getting better. In a sense, there is almost a new beginning when it comes to relationship. There is this aspect of happiness coming through. For in certain cases, this can also be the start of a new relationship, or this could be the formalizing of a relationship. You know, probably, you know, you may get into a commitment. Maybe you may decide that you want to move in together, you want to get engaged, you want to get married, you know, especially because of the Hierophant element and the Sun element. Connections are important, commitments are important, and something that will make you happy is again very much there for you. Again, if you feel like in any area of your life you want to course correct, you have the opportunity, and don't be too proud to go back to the shore. Again, great week to follow your dreams, great week to start something new, but like always, consider things well, look into the background, do a proper check and start whatever it is that you want to start this week. Yeah, grounding and center, taking care of yourself is very, very important. Let us look into what your self-care card has in store for you. Okay, now for you this is about alone time as well, you know, goes very well with the overall theme, you know, with the meditatum, contemplation, new moon in Pisces, you have the ground and center and alone time. Even if things are happening for you, like you may go for a vacation, you're traveling, you're starting something new, make sure to spend time with yourself, you know, especially for that emotional healing, for the physical healing, giving yourself what you need. If this is spending time with a friend, that is important, but you know, sitting with yourself is also going to be very, very important for you this week, just to ground your energies, just to breathe, and just to give thanks for everything that you have in your life. Yeah, that is your reading. What we'll do is we'll get into your numbers. So for you this week, you have number 22, you have number 19. Again, with the Sun energy, number 19 really makes sense. You have 28, 77, you have 26, you have number 8, and you have 7. All right, so those are your numbers. I'll give you your letters as well. You have T, you have U, you have C, you have a blank tile which you can use, and you have R and N, you have I, you have A, you have an R again, and you have a U. Okay, and if you find your initials, please let me know, and if you find your full name, let me know as well in the comment section down below. I always look forward to your comments. Overall, this is your reading for your upcoming week. I hope you guys have a really good time, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've picked pile 2, then this is what your week ahead is going to be looking like. I'll just set out all of your cards first, and then we'll go into your overall reading. Okay, this is very interesting. I'll just lay out the card first. You have financial discipline. Okay, and you have one more, which is your self-care card, which I'll give you at the very end. Your week pile 2 is basically divided into two phases. Yeah, there is one phase of your week where you are very much in charge, you're bold, you're creative, you are raring to go when it comes to your life. There is this other part of the week where you feel like you want to disconnect, you want to take some time off, because you may feel like your emotions are getting the best of you. And honestly, if that is happening with you, it's okay, because it is happening to a lot of us. Yeah, so one thing that you really need to do this week, pile 2, it's to listen to yourself. At what point of the week do you want to really work hard, and at what point of the week do you want to relax? Because this week it's going to be about respecting the ebb and flow of your life, respecting the ebb and flow of your emotions, and respecting the ebb and flow of your energy. Okay, that's really important for you this week. One thing here is, especially with the King of Pentacles, it is basically about grounding. See, in your life, in your career, you are actually at a very good position. Yeah, you may feel like that is not true, but it is, because you've accomplished a lot already. In terms of your knowledge, you are very good. In terms of your understanding of things, you're very good. I would say financially as well, you're in a very good position, but you just want more is what I'm getting here. Understand, it's all going to happen for you. Now, one thing that is important here is, you may have a lot of plans, there may be a lot of things you want to do, but for some reason there is something that is holding you back. So it is important for you, if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, act on it. Don't wait for somebody else to sort of give you the green signal, or don't wait for somebody else's approval. That's very important, because at this point of time, maybe your emotions are getting the best of you. I say, put your emotions on the back burner if they are sort of acting as an enemy, and just take action. If you feel like certain things at this point of time for your life are important for you, go for it. Because see, you are in a very strong position. You are like showing up as the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands along with the King of Pentacles is a very bold energy, but it is also very balanced energy. So nothing that you'll do will sort of ever be out of balance, of course, keeping in mind the physical limitations of your body. Yeah, that is something that is unavoidable in certain cases, but either way, you are just in the right place to make the moves that you want to do. This is especially coming true in your financial section, because you may have a lot of money, you may have a lot of money coming in this week as well. Ensure that you're sticking to a plan. See, what happens is, sometimes, especially when we have a lot of money, we end up spending it towards things we don't need. So maybe you have a tendency of doing exactly that. And pile 2s, sometimes you guys tend to be emotional spenders. So make sure you're curbing that habit and just opening an account in which you save regularly. If you feel like you want to spend something, wait for a day, and then if you still want it, go for it. Because at this point of time in your life, having a financial discipline is very, very important for you. Yeah, and again, one thing that's here is, make a move. So if you feel like there are certain things in your life that you want to achieve, if you feel like certain decisions are the right decisions for you, don't be afraid to make them. And honestly, you need to keep going. Because what happens is, especially with the moon showing up, there is this element of second guessing yourself. Do not second guess yourself. You are right and you are ready. Yeah, so if you feel like it's time to make a move, just make a move. One thing that I want to highlight here for you, pile 2, is this week, take some time off for meditation. Take some time off to connect and ground your inner energies, because that is going to be very important for you. Possibly health wise, you need to be slightly careful this week, is because especially if you have been having emotional disturbances, especially if you've been having health related disturbances, take care of yourself. In certain cases, it may actually help you to take advice from a doctor, or just take some herbal medicines, or just some treatment that will help you get your energy back, because that is something that is showing up for you in your reading as well. And one of the important aspects of your reading reading is to listen. Now listen to what life is trying to tell you. Listen to the words of wisdom is also what I'm getting here. But at this point of time, listen to your body. Listen to what your body is trying to tell you as well. I'll just read it out to you. The secrets of the sea become apparent when we listen to the sounds within the shells. So take time to listen to yourself. Take time to listen to the story of your life, because it is in our own stories that we get all our answers, is something that I always believe in. Yeah, so listen to yourself, listen to somebody whose guidance you value this week is also something that is really coming up for you. Now when it comes to your self-care card for this week, it is soak in a bath. Like I said, in terms of your body, you do need that relaxation. Like I said, your week is divided into two parts. One in which you're raring to go, and the second half in which you may want to withdraw slightly, especially with the phase of the moon coming through. So for you, it is soak in the bath. And of course, please use aromatherapy, light some candles, but make this into a meditative session. Make this into a session where you give yourself what you need, because in the end, that is what self-care is all about, isn't it? So soak in a bath for yourself this week is very, very important. Yeah, I'll give you your numbers. You have number 2, 77, you have 30, 17, you have 22, and you have 31. I'll give you your letters as well. You have A, you have T, you have I, and if you find your initials, if you find your full names especially, then that is something you have to tell me in the comment section down below. You have E, L, N, S, E, A, L, A, and you have T. So overall, those are your letters for this week. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and make sure to take some time out for yourself to give yourself what you need. Save money, guys, save money. It's very important for you this week. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, then this is what's coming up for you in the upcoming week. I'll just lay out all of your cards first. I have a self-care card for you this week as well, but that's something I'm gonna take at the very end. So let's look at how your week is going to be. Okay, looks good for you guys. Self-care, patience. Okay, this is really nice. First of all, I have to tell you, this week fortune is smiling on you. So something that you've been working really hard towards, you're going to be finding happiness in it. So there is a possibility success may come to you. If there is somebody out there who's looking out for a job, this is an excellent week to try your best, because there is 100% this guarantee that fortune may smile on you and you may actually get the position that you seek. Because not only do you have the wheel of fortune, you also have the card of the Fool, which is like a new beginning. So there is a new beginning in your life that is coming through. In certain cases, this can be starting something again, or starting something with a fresh set of eyes. Okay, again, the element of travel is very much there for you in this week. So if you feel like you want to go for a holiday, if you feel like you just need that break, excellent week to do that. Because what is happening for you, you may be balancing too many things. So this week maybe you will have a lot of responsibilities. There are too many things on your to-do list. You have a lot of things on your schedule, and it is important for you this week to prioritize. So really making that schedule is going to be exceptionally important. I have to tell you this, pile 3, this is a week you need to make a priority list. If there are some things that you can put out for the next week, maybe you should do that, because there is a sense of overwhelm that is coming through in your reading as well. Because what's happening for you is that the card of the self-care here, it says drowning doesn't always require water. So maybe you've taken up too much responsibility this week, you're doing too much, and you're spreading yourself too thin. So ensure to really prioritize only those things that are absolutely necessary and eliminate all the rest for the rest week. Okay, that's something that's really important for you. One thing here, because what's happening here, you are very curious this week that possibly you have been exploring a lot of options, you've been reading too much, and you feel like you want to do a lot of things. Maybe you want to start a new exercise routine, maybe you want to start a new job, you may want to change your hair. There are a lot many things on your mind, you know, and that may be the reason of your overwhelm. Understand, all ideas that you may have, even though they may all sound great to you, you cannot really, you know, make them happen at the same time. You know, do something that's important right now and maybe take care of the rest one step at a time. It is very important. Yeah, this week, please, patience is going to be exceptionally important for you, and especially what I sense is like patience in your relationships. Before saying something this week, pile 3, make sure you are like taking that break and asking yourself, do I really need to share this, or do I really need to say this out loud at this point? Because what's happening is, maybe because of that overwhelm, maybe because of doing too many things at a time, you are slightly out of patience, you know. And when a person is out of patience, it may actually seem to the other person like you're becoming slightly rude. Yeah, especially anger issues, temper issues may come up a lot this week, so understand, you have been warned. Okay, one thing however that's really good for you is prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, so you are being told that no matter what you do, no matter what path you are on, you are doing what is right for you, and if you keep walking the path you are on right now, you will sort of gain that prosperity, you will gain progress when it comes to your life. But of course, what is important here is to have patience. Rome was not built in a day, so everything that you want to achieve, you're not going to be achieving it overnight. It'll take time, you know. Even if you're working double hours, simmer down. Like, simmer down is the message that I have to give you. One thing that I really want to highlight here is this one, you know, you are being asked to listen to the wisdom. So probably for you, it is important to just sit with yourself and see what life is trying to teach you. Again, this teaching can come from a person like an elder, probably a mentor in your life. Also, what I really want to highlight here, in certain cases where you want to make changes, you know, especially with the new beginning card, it may actually help you to take somebody's advice. So if this week you are trying to change your job, or if you're trying to change something, think about it, and even better, before, you know, taking any action towards something, look out for advice. Listen to words of wisdom this week is again going to be very, very important for you. Overall, this is a promising week. For a couple of people, this can also be success in examinations, this can be success in work, so probably those career advancements may come, and again with that, you know, the new beginning comes in. Again, for a couple of people, this may be you moving to a different location, this may be you moving to a different house, or this may be you shifting your job. And probably for people who are shifting to a new job, your responsibilities may probably be a lot more than they are right now. So if you are wanting to take up a project, or if you want to take up something, take it after careful consideration. Overall, I have to tell you, you need to plan ahead for this week. So sit down and look at your schedule and see what you can fit in now, and see what you can fit in at a later point of time. I'm going to give you your self-care card, and for you it is to watch a movie. Yeah, so with the patience and self-care card here, so for you this week, just disconnect and watch a movie, maybe a funny movie, or a movie that, you know, you feel is your comfort movie. For me, you know, if I'm anytime feel like I just need to, you know, sit down and catch up a movie that makes me happy, I usually watch You've Got Mail. That's like one of my favorite movies, and it always puts me in such a great mood. It's just my favorite. Okay, so for you, it's watch a movie for this week, and I'll give you your numbers and your letters. Let me know which movie do you enjoy watching, like which is like your comfort movie, the movie you can watch time and again, you know. Let's see. Okay, you have number 6, 25, 19, 30. You have 27, you have 22. Now I'm going to give you letters as well. You have E, you have A, E again, and you have G, and Q, I, E again, M, you have T, you have A, and you have an R. So overall, those are your letters for this week. If you find your initials, if you find initials of a significant other, please let me know in the comments down below. Overall, that is your week ahead, and I hope it's an amazing week for you. Make sure you are working on your to-do list, okay? And watch a movie, and don't forget to come back and tell me which that one is. Yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.